What's up, guys? Beautiful people, salutes, whatever the fuck you guys want to be called. How the fuck is it going today? It is a good ass morning. It is 8 a.m. I'm about to go get this workout in. Calves, abs, and neck. Yes, it sounds boring as fuck, and it is, but I gotta get it done. Today, we're gonna be talking about Rasp. What the fuck is Rasp? How do you get into Rasp? What the fuck ever y'all want to know. I will talk about my experiences, and I will just let y'all know what it's about, like what the organization is about. Obviously, I'm not a part of it, unfortunately. We'll talk about that too. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in a little bit. What's up, guys? I just got done with my workout. It was what you'd expect. It's boring as fuck. I'm gonna bitch for a second. Dude, have y'all ever been to a gym with no fucking music? Yeah, I just went there, and it's fucking awful. You listen to people breathing and grunting, and it's just fucking... I hate it. I have a problem with... I just don't like the sound of, like, people breathing. Like, that sounds bad, but, like, it just irks me. Anyways, Rasp. What is Rasp? So it's a Ranger Assessment Selection Program. It is to get into the Ranger Regiment. So a lot of people confuse Rasp and Ranger School. Ranger School is just a leadership course. Not just. It's a leadership course, and it fucking sucks. If you guys ever just look up Ranger School, I know Nick Bear. I'm sure a lot of you guys follow Nick Bear. He went through Ranger School, and if you saw his before and after pictures, like, he looks like a fucking skeleton, but he's a goddamn badass. Anyways, yeah, and then Rasp is just, it's to get into the Ranger Regiment, like to have the scroll. So Ranger School, you get the tab, you're Ranger qualified, and then Rasp is to get into the regiment, and you do a lot of badass shit. And yeah, we'll talk more about it in a sec. See you in a bit. What is up, guys? It is actually the next day. I watched a lot of college football, and I got lazy as fuck. Whatever. Anyways, let's talk about Rasp. So I'm gonna break it down week by week, and pretty much just let y'all know what to expect if you plan on going to Rasp, or just for your knowledge, like if you want to fucking know just what they do. So week one, you pretty much do so the first day is actually like a boot run / you do the Downey Mile. It's pretty much just to like see if there's any fucking, how do I put this? There's any just weak-minded motherfuckers that just can't handle it. So you do like a fast ass boot run. It's probably like 2 miles, 3 miles. And then they break you up into little groups, and then one group does like the Downey Mile, which is this little trail, which is a mile long, obviously, and you just run downhill, uphill, fucking jump over trees and shit, whatever. And another group is like fucking buddy carrying people up a hill, which is a pretty steep ass fucking hill, but it wasn't that bad. The next day, you do a 7-mile ruck or a 5-mile run, like diagnostic, just to see where you are. You just gotta run 5 miles in under 40 minutes. And then 7 miles is like, I think it's an hour and 45 minutes to complete. So you do that, and then week 2, there's nothing like serious. There's just the 8-mile ruck. And then you do some Ranger history tests, which I failed like multiple fucking times. But like you don't get like dropped or like anything like that. You do get smoked a lot if you have a shitty fucking class, which I was a part. Like, it wasn't a shitty class, but like we got in trouble all the fucking time. So I think the first week we got we got wormed. So the worm is what they use in CrossFit. It's like a team building exercise, I guess. You carry this fucking thing that is literally a worm. Like, it's a weighted, I don't even know how to describe it. It's weighted, and like each person carries a section of it, and it's heavy as fuck. Like, we learned to actually put all the tall people together, and it made it a little bit easier. But yeah, we would get smoked for like hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes 3. It all depends. Like, I might be exaggerating just a little bit. Anyways, so the second week we did the history test and all that, and you also do an 8-mile ruck on the first Monday of every week for 4 weeks. So we did the 8-mile ruck, and then we did history tests, and then we got fucked up a little bit more. And then week 2 is actually practice core range. So practice core range is pretty much where you learn how to do land nav. So you're out at core range for 3 to 4 days, but you don't get fucked up or anything. We got fucked up a little bit. We did some like team building exercise, but other than that, they let you sleep and like you rest up. Like, they don't do anything crazy to you. Week 3 is the 10-mile ruck on Monday, and the PT test. The PT test, so for the RFT, which is the Ranger Fitness Test, it is 58 push-ups, 69 sit-ups, a 5-mile run under 40 minutes, and 6 chin-ups. A lot of people failed that, actually. I failed the push-ups by 4, and then I failed the sit-ups by 1, and we'll get to that in a little bit. And then the 5-mile run was easy, and then the chin-ups was easy. So whoever fails, you actually get to retake it in week 7. And then week 4 is core range, and you do a 12-mile ruck for time. You just gotta get under 3 hours. So you do a 12-mile ruck to core range, and core range is pretty much like the culminating event for the first phase, and you pretty much just get fucking destroyed. Like, a lot of people's feet were like the skin was falling off. I guess you can call it trench foot. That might be trench foot. I don't fucking know. But yeah, it was shitty. I think one of the worst experiences was either low crawling through this dirty ass water, and then fire ants biting me like all over my arm. Like, I didn't know what the fuck it was. So like, I was crawling, and then all I feel is like this burning sensation, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's just normal. I don't fucking know. It's obviously not normal. And like, I look at my arm, and just all these ants are crawling all over my arm, just biting me. So I had to like quickly like just dust them off, and then just keep crawling. And then Wednesday was probably the worst. One of the cadre, I will not say names because that's just not, I don't want to share their names. But one of the cadre made us buddy carry each other for 7+ hours straight. It was fucking, like, now that I look back on it, it's fucking hilarious. But at the time, like, I was just like, I was a zombie at that point. I was just like, I shut off my brain, and I just did whatever the fuck they told us to do. So actually, we went into core range with like 140 people, and I think by the end of it, we finished with like 60. So a lot of people quit on the first and second day, and then land nav is actually one of like you have to pass land nav. So you have to get 4 out of 5 points, I believe. And a lot of my buddies actually failed land nav. So they fuck you up for 3 days, and then the third day, that morning, you go out for land navs. You get to, it's Yankee South. It's in Fort Benning, Georgia. But you know, everyone was saying like it's super fucking hard. It actually wasn't that bad. I will say, like, everyone's feet are fucking torn up, but my mindset was, if I run and get this shit over with now, I won't have to worry about it later, and like my feet won't be destroyed any more than they already are. So I ran to my first point, which was the farthest point, and it actually took me an hour and a half. So you have 3 hours to get 4 out of 5 points. So it took me an hour and a half to get to my first point, and then like all my other points, like it worked in my favor, because like they all like traced back to where I had to check back in to turn in my points. And then once I got my last point, it was like right under coal range, so I had to actually like fucking run through swamp water and shit, like knee deep. I was just, at that point I just did not give a fuck. So I turned them in. I believe I got 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5. I don't know. I don't remember. But so I didn't have to retake it. So that was amazing. And then, yeah, that's coal range. Just have to worry about land nav. Like everything else, you just have to have the mindset of just don't quit. I promise you, like, even on the 12-mile ruck, I wanted to fucking quit. I was like, dude, this is stupid. But I wanted to be a part of something great. So I was just like, whatever. Like I said, like, I wanted to quit multiple fucking times. But you just push through. It's just something you have to find. Like, anyone can do it, I promise. Like, you just have to have that mindset. Like, you just don't give a fuck anymore. So, and then we switch over to phase 2, which is demolition and marksmanship. So week 5, we go into it. We do basic marksmanship. We're shooting with our M4s. And then week 6, my platoon did demo that week, so we got to learn demolition and just blow shit up. And then week 7, I unfortunately did not get to do advanced marksmanship, because that Monday they do the retake PT test, and I passed push-ups. Like, that was the one thing I was worried about. So I passed push-ups. I did 62 push-ups. And then for sit-ups, I just didn't have anything in the tank, man. I did 65, so I was 4 short. But I didn't have a quitting mindset, I guess, because a lot of people told me, like, if you improve on the other events, then they will most likely recycle you. So that was my whole. That's where I shifted my mind to, was do the best I can on the 5 mile and do the best I can on the chin-ups, and maybe they'll be like, you know what, this guy has been like busting his ass, and he'll get a recycle, he'll get a second chance. And so I ran my 5 mile, and I ran it in like 35 minutes, probably the fastest I ever ran it. And then the chin-ups, I did like 12, I believe. And then they call all your names, and so what happens is we had to wait for like an hour or two to see if like anyone would get a recycle. And I believe like all of the cadre were trying to like get me recycled. I was one of 15, and I was actually the only one they were trying to like recycle and like bring back. But you know, it didn't work in my favor, and I didn't get another chance. You know, shit happens. You guys can talk shit, whatever. Just say what you want to say. At the end of the day, I didn't quit. I just didn't do enough sit-ups, man. Definitely sucks. yeah. Anyways, will I go back? Right now, I don't see myself going back. It's definitely always gonna be in the back of my head. But right now, I just don't feel like I could get myself like physically prepared, but I actually just don't have any desire to extend my time in the military. I have other aspirations that I want to fulfill. I have other dreams that I want to, what would you call it? Other dreams I want to go after. So on that note, I hope this helped a little bit. If you guys have questions, or if you guys just want to reach out or whatever and want to talk to me one-on-one about maybe it's something you want to do, yeah, just shoot me a DM or whatever. I will put my Instagram at the bottom, like somewhere fucking, like right here, whatever, right here. I don't fucking know, whatever. However the YouTubers do it. But yeah, I hope this was helpful. Yeah. I love you guys.